let's go talk about the Super Falcons. Yes, talking about their last game against Algeria. Well, a lot of fans are actually complaining about that one. Looking at their performance, we're wearing the happy looking at the performance once again. But then it is what it is. You're already qualified to the quarterfinal. But then you ask yourself, left to the scene for this morning. The manager yesterday confirmed that the team will go on to improve in their quarterfinal fixture against Zambia. And trust me, we definitely cannot wait for that game as far as the Super Falcons is concerned. Joint time, and of course on Saturday, Algeria against Ghana by 4 p.m. and South Africa, yes, the current champion, are the teams that will be featuring in the quarterfinal of WAFCON 2024.
And Royce Santana, they smother it in! Extraordinary!
Okay, let me also give you the playing of the semi-final. Yes, I showed the Mali, Ghana, South Africa, or Senegal in the semi-final fixture of the WAFCON 2024. Well, you ask yourself, can we go all the way? Well, like I said earlier, it remains to be seen if Justin Madugu's side can do the unthinkable against the Copper Queens of Zambia. We talk about quality players in that team. Yes, they've got the African best player right now. Yes, the African Footballer of the Year. Talking about the Barbara Banda, one of the best talent on the continent of Africa. Rachel Kundinaji. Those are the top players in the camp of Zambia. If you ask me, got a lot of talent in the Super Falcons team also. And of course, we can't go all out to get all the needed win to progress to the semi-final of the WAFCON 2024. Talking about the likes of Rashida Ajibade, it's definitely one of the top players to watch out for, and hopefully we'll get to see if Assistant Oshuala will deliver in that game. But then a lot of people, they've been calling, they want Assistant Oshuala to be dropped off for that game. But then we are not the manager. We just have to wait for the starting lineup concerning that one on Friday. Alright, let's move on. Still on the home front for this morning. Okay, let's talk about the Super Falcons, the top players. Risola Babajide. Yes, it was confirmed yesterday that she will be joining one of the top teams, the Italian Serie A. Talking about the female side of AS Roma. Yes, AS Roma Femini. And as it stands, that's Yolanda before selling Victor Osimhen. And this will be the fourth time they'll be rejecting, yes, a deal from Galatasaray. Well, we really don't know what Napoli really want. But right now, they've submitted their fourth bid. This is the fourth time Galatasaray were going all out to sign Victor Osimhen, and it seems that Napoli are not interested in making that deal happen. And according to report this morning also, we got the information that Victor Osimhen has been dropped from a Napoli squad for their preseason. It shows that they are not really ready to work with the Nigerian international, and I think this is the perfect time to just let the man go. Let him go. You don't want him in your team, just let him go. Let him go play for the team who are actually ready to have him in their squad, and that is Galatasaray. They've submitted their fourth bid, and Napoli are still not ready to have a discussion with that club. Well, we just have to wait before the closure of the transfer market, and like I said, we've got until September 1st, a long time to go in the transfer market. But then we need to see this one over the line. We want Victor top form that we saw last season with Galatasaray. Alright, quickly away from that one, let's go talk about the world of transfer for this morning. But then before we go into all of that, let me call the studio lines once again, 0705 500 1033, or you call 09054 44 1033. And of course, you can also watch us live on Facebook at I-FLIER 103.3 FM live. That is where to be this lovely Tuesday morning. Go there, go drop your thoughts. Yes, talking about the old war horse. Yes, Luka Modric. The man had his medical at AC Milan. Trust me, the fans of AC Milan are in jubilant mode right now because they've got Luka Modric in their team. Well, not as young as before, but then at 39, Luka Modric seems not to be slowing down. He's got a whole lot to actually offer that is in world football. Of course, go on to compete as far as all competition is concerned across the European top flight league. All right, moving forward, Liverpool FC also in talks with Crystal Palace. Well, everybody just want to sign from Crystal Palace. Talking about John Philippe Mateta. The Frenchman is meeting with the representatives of Liverpool Football Club this morning, and they want to sign in. Well, I really don't know what Liverpool want to use John Philippe Mateta to do, but then the man had a fantastic season, and it seems the manager of Liverpool, talking about Ancelotti, is really interested in having that young man in a Liverpool team. Okay, moving straight to the camp of Manchester United. As Manchester United once again, yes, reached out to Cameroonian international agent Brian Mbeumo. Yes, Manchester United have been on this particular deal for a long time. But then you just can't afford to offer Brian Mbeumo. He had a fantastic season with Brentford, and they felt if you want to sign a top player, you have to pay premium. So this will be the fourth, if not the fifth, deal Manchester United will be submitting to the camp of Brentford FC. But right now it seems they will definitely do business with Brentford Football Club, and of course Manchester United. They will go to the round table and of course have a proper discussion for the Cameroonian international, and this time around is going to cost Manchester United £75 million. That is what Brentford are asking for to sign Brian Mbeumo. Talk about the Cameroonian international. Okay, moving straight to the camp of Chelsea. Yes, Benfica continue to hold talks with Chelsea Football Club over a permanent move for João Felix, with the Blues willing to sanction a loan deal for the 25-year-old Portuguese international. I think Chelsea should just let go of João Felix. This man, hasn't really, done well for Chelsea. He went on loan. He came back, but then still couldn't do anything for the team. This time around, I think Chelsea have got Pedro, they've got Pedro Neto. These are guys who have been quite impressive for them since they joined from their respective clubs, and I think Chelsea should be letting go of another Portuguese international. Talking about João Felix, who is not hitting the ground running at Chelsea Football Club. So Benfica are willing to have Okay, still talking about the camp of Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea, they've reached out to Manchester United to sign Argentine winger Alejandro Garnacho. Yes, they want to bring him on board to Chelsea Football Club. Well, I really don't know what Chelsea are currently thinking right now, but then I think you've got players who can really do well in that position. There's a certain Pedro who just signed for them. Neto is there also, but then maybe he's going to be a perfect replacement for a certain Noni Madueke who is heading to another London club. Talking about Arsenal, should he join the Gunners? So he's going to be a perfect replacement for Noni Madueke. Talking about Alejandro Garnacho, but then Manchester United are asking for £65 million for the Argentine for him to join Chelsea Football Club. Okay, finally from the world of transfer for this morning. Yes, a France defender, Benoit Badiashile. Yes, the young man who currently plays his football at Chelsea. Footballman back home. Come back home and come and play in France. That is what what Olympic Marseille are saying to Chelsea defender. But then Chelsea are not willing to let go. They says this man is very, very important to what Chelsea Football Club are building. Well, we have to wait because we still have a lot of time in the transfer market, and of course anything definitely can happen before the closure of the transfer market. Yes, talking about legendary boxer Manny Pacquiao. Yes, he's set to make a return for a tough fight on Saturday. Yes, this weekend. That is where you get to see Manny Pacquiao. Talking about the man who made his debut in 1995 and went on to win 62 pro fights, lost 8 and drawn just 2. And who is the man? Manny Pacquiao will be facing this weekend. Talking about American Mario Barrios. That is the man. Manny Pacquiao will go on to face in that particular bout on Saturday. And a lot of boxing fans that have been complaining about the return of Manny Pacquiao. Some of them bad because they felt there are a lot of young boxers who are also trying to make it to the top. Why would they go on to sanction the man or the bout of a man who has actually retired for over 6 years right now, and he's going to be fighting an active boxer? Talking about Mario Barrios, who is going to be defending another great fight. But then it is what it is. Boxing is all about money. We've seen the likes of Mike Tyson also, even though that happened to be just a friendly game, just an exhibition game, just like they used to call it, and this time around more like an exhibition game also. But then if you look at the quality of Mario Barrios, also still a top level boxer. But then Manny Pacquiao, I don't really know what the man has been up to since the last 6 years. He retired. He's not into politics right now, but then I've seen him spar in the ring. He seems to still have what it takes to go all the way. But then I'll be looking forward to the bout on Saturday, which will go down this weekend. Recently won a major Grand Slam. Yes, Yannick Sinner. Last weekend he won the Wimbledon against a certain Carlos Alcaraz, and of course the Mario Balotelli of tennis, talking about Nick Kyrgios, has come out to say he's not really happy that a certain Yannick Sinner eventually get to win the Wimbledon. Well, he talked about a whole lot of things, but then he narrowed his complaint down to the doping issue of Yannick Sinner. He felt the young man, actually enjoyed a lot of pampering and all of that, but then it is what it is. This man already won the slam, and they should just take a chill pill. We'll look forward to the future. But then if you answer punishment to some of these players who are being caught with doping issue, and I think Yannick Sinner needed to have served a lot of time outside the tennis court. But then it is what it is. The man has actually won a major Grand Slam this year, so we look forward to another major Grand Slam. So before I go this morning, yes, let me also confirm to you that Champions League qualification continue today, and a lot of actions to actually watch out for.